Well, hello, it's me, William Wycrow, and this is going to be the first of a three-part series that we were talking about in the Talking Crow newsletter. We're going to first talk about our societies, our planet, our globe, what is going on with our societies, the human, the people aspect of it. And the second part of this series will be dealing with just the planet and what's going on with it, scientifically, realistically, things of that nature. And then the third part of this series is going to be basically about where we are with both of those, our society, the planet, and the two directions that we can go as a human species, the two choices that we have for the future of mankind. And we'll talk about the new technologies as well that can help us attain a better future instead of a worse future. And with that said, we're talking basically about the Earth and us. And we really seriously have to look at this now. So, and realistically, our society, which will be number one, our planet, which will be number two, and what we can do about it will be number three. Where we are and what we can do about it will be number three as a totality. So, where are we headed? So, where are we right now as a species, society-wise and globally? Where are we, the people of the United States? Where are we now, society-wise as well? Global societies are going through some serious changes right now, with Middle Eastern immigrants flooding countries everywhere. It seems that cultural chaos is spreading, actually. Riots are paralyzing once peaceful and secure cities, as well as countries. And radical Islam is doing its best to destabilize anything they touch in every country that they enter. None of this would be happening right now, I say, if we had left Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi in power. Now we have Iran and North Korea ready to throw their weight around as well, where China and the entire South China Sea area are posturing for war and control of the entire region as well. And with dwindling resources, Africa is quickly becoming the new hot zone of activity. It seems that because of religious radicalization, political differences, and corporate agendas, as well as the smoke and mirror agendas of the mainstream media, all societies across the planet are being pushed towards and prepared for some sort of global conflict. We know for a surety that North Korea and Iran have been working together on their nuclear weapons programs. Notice how both countries' ICBM programs are growing at the same rate. And I've been told by reliable sources that Iran already has nuclear capabilities. We also have excellent intel that has told us that if Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, feels he's going to be attacked, he will use his nuclear weapons on any U.S. ally in the area. South Korea and Japan would more than likely be the first ones hit. Now, Japan now has announced it will be going nuclear real soon because of the surrounding conflicts and the North Korean situation. Not only is Japan going nuclear, but the Fukushima disaster is now completely out of control, and radiation levels at the plant and in the surrounding ocean waters are now climbing to lethal limits. Hundreds of thousands of gallons of highly radioactive water are entering the Pacific Basin daily, and has been doing so since the accident took place in March of 2011, and it's 2017 right now. Within 3 days of the earthquake, the reactors went down, and it has been getting worse ever since. On top of all this, we have environmental factors that are making those in control a little weary. Less ice cover over the Arctic areas means new resources areas to claim, and this in itself can cause conflict because of dwindling resources worldwide. With global weather pattern changes, even our planet's agricultural areas, are being hit hard as well. The World Food Bank has stated that for several years in a row now, planet Earth has not produced enough food for its population. Now that's something that's very interesting. You need to think about that. Scientists are now saying our planet is well into its 6th great planetary extinction. And, that's as we speak. And we could be on that list. So where are we right now? Here in the United States? Facts are, our country is in turmoil as well, just like the rest of the world. We are seeing riots in our countries, and the effects of those who are trying to destabilize America and its Constitution in every way they can. Our population is divided, one section wanting to follow constitutional America, and the other wanting a more socialistic type of state existence, where the population is more dependent on the government. They want no borders, no restrictions on immigration, and want to keep an educational system that is places at 26 or lower on the global education scale. States have threatened to separate themselves from the United States as well, but this will create an armed response from the federal government, I feel. Civil unrest by those who preach peace has cost innocent people dearly, financially and more. Our law enforcement has been militarized and corrupted in many ways, and in many areas as well. Our political system is in disarray and has become so corrupt that they no longer even represent the American people. Everything is based on corporate agendas now. And now more than ever, not only the U.S., but the entire planet is facing a possible global economic collapse. If this happens, those currencies that are not backed by solid assets will be the first to collapse and be devaluated. Now think about that. If our country or any country's monetary system is not backed by something solid, gold, silver, or something, some type of resource, it'll be the first to collapse and be devaluated. This is why I've known basically all along that President Trump would be elected and he would push the oil card for financial security of the nation. This is why he has reestablished the pipeline projects all across the United States and more. Economic collapse has already taken place in some South American and European countries and more. So as you can see right now, most of our global population / societies are in disarray and conflict as we speak. And it seems that things might even get worse in the not too distant future if we keep going in the directions we are. Even the doomsday clock, as they call it, has now been placed at 3 minutes to midnight. So as you can see, things are not looking too good for humanity as a whole at the present time. So here we are living in a world where global conflict seems to be everyone fighting one another at every level. Pirates off the African coast are attacking anything they can at the present time as well. The Ukraine is now in constant conflict because of the natural resources there, which are mainly oil and gas. Big corporate agendas here. And yes, as I just said, the big oil corporations are right in the middle of it. And now we have Syria in the middle of a civil war. And Russia has moved its ICBMs there as well. Now think about that. Russia has also told its citizens to prepare and ready themselves for nuclear war. This happened during the Obama administration. He's kind of backed off a little bit on that right now, but Gorbachev hasn't. Gorbachev says we're heading directly into a nuclear war situation globally. So where are we headed realistically right now? What can we do about our present situation? In our next segment, coming in March, we'll be talking about our one and only home, planet Earth. So stay tuned for our next issue of The Talking Crow for the next segment in this 3-part series, and it will be about the planet, Mother Earth, as this section talked about our society, our world, political situation, where we're at right now, and where it looks like we're heading. Also in the last segment, we will talk about where we are heading and what we can do about it. But we're going to turn around and take the first segment and the second segment, take the final aspects of them, put them together, and see what we can do from there on to make things better. We do have 2 places we can go. So we'll talk about the new technologies and the future of humanity. So until then, live well and be free. And this is William Whitecrow signing off until next time. But I want you to think about the global situation, and then think about the things that the Earth is going through right now. And then, number 3, let's work together to find ways to make things better all the way around. Because if we don't do something now, we're in serious trouble in the not too distant future.